Joker, 7099.
And tonight we're at the South Georgia War Games Association's clubhouse, and we're going to have a battle at the orbital station. And hopefully we both have a little bit better luck. I mean that I totally win this time rather than kind of win.
You call that kind of win?
Yeah.
Looks like we could change.
I am optimistic about my chances. So let's.
I think you picked up a few things since last time. But,
it's going to be really hard for me to get worse.
Circumstances are ideal. You want some to gain additional activation because
let's get to it.
opponent.
Yeah.
This activation is more limited to stats.
Okay, Nomads, turn one. The first thing we did was we moved our forward observer up towards the door of the objective here, and we've shot the two crazy koalas in there. So they're kind of laying down an area around that center objective. We've had a moderator come out, go prone, drop fairy dust on the already prone mobile brigada.
Because he's scared!
He's not scared, he's cautious.
Okay.
The Grenzer has moved behind the wall.
If he gets a 10, those guys are all dead.
A cautious move of
Alright, so he's not in melee yet
Sin Eater
until he attacks.
and the Reverend Healer right there.
He's within the baseline. So.
There's something over there around that corner.
So
Don't know what it is.
Not attack.
And that is pretty much how we are set up
none of my guys have
for
melee.
turn one.
They don't have melee range.
On to PanO, turn one.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Alright, Pan-Oceania, end of turn one. This was a pretty effective turn. I got what I wanted. First things first, I had to use a whole bunch of orders and get my MI-Link team of bolts over into this position. And first things first, I had my Spitfire up against the wall and took out a
Alguacilla.
Yep. And then I spread back out just to make sure that that scary-looking dude up there with the missile launcher, whenever he decides to get up, doesn't wipe me out. And the bolt with the missile launcher and the Sin Eater had a fun little exchange where nothing happened. And the missiles and the Spitfire decided to just completely cancel each other out through the fog that's in the middle of the battlefield that's just making us miss everything.
Correct.
Then we got our Pathfinder up here to take this, what are they called?
Antenna.
Antenna, that's what it's called, of course. And also, I forgot to mention early on, those little jerks that were sitting in the command bunker there, I moved up a Minesweeper and was able to take out both of those thanks to relatively lucky rolls. And on this side, I've moved up my Auxilia and put them into position just to make it a little bit more difficult to decide to come down this alleyway. And I've put my Bulleteer remote under here to make it a little bit more difficult to want to come this way, because he's packing two heavy shotguns and we don't want that. And I think the only other things that happened this turn was the All-Star IKEA guard revealed a TO'd Spectre. And he put him down. He has his MSV3, so that was a pretty easy roll to make, and it was honestly just kind of hard to deal with. And Moran Hunter, who was peeking out a little bit, met against some pretty lucky rolls, honestly. I think I hit every single hit, and he had a real hard time dodging that. And I believe that's where we're at on the end of turn one. Back to you, Joker.
So what happened was the Sin Eater tried to deal with the Link team over here and got wounded and fell down. Took an ARO from the missile launcher, which took out the Reverend Healer. The Grenzer came and forward observed the Bulleteer there, so he's targeted. I got a .4 telemetry
We're just going to end up playing 10 versus
We
10.
played cold and deep, a couple of exchanges between the missile launcher and the Link team and the IKEA guard. After 3
At least 3.
shoot off, finally the mobile brigada went down. Tried to deploy my Tomcat with the Zone Cat over here to get a flank on the Link team, but deployed in the wrong bloody spot and got shot off the board. So, the position we are in right now, so we have very little left on the board, and we are going to begin next turn in retreat.
Now, keep in mind, viewers, that this is the first time we've actually used a Link team, and we understand the rules, but I think we underestimated exactly how scary 5-man Link teams are.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah, so I did not even, I underestimated it, and I'm using it. So this is definitely our first tryout with these, so keep that in mind as you're going along. Don't judge too hard. Alright, next round. Alright guys, PanO turn 2. Due to the brutality of last turn, this was a very quick turn. I had one goal in mind. I had to get my hacker up over here, so I had to use my Link team to get to the hacker who had fallen. I succeeded, and he got up, and he came over and took this antenna. And then I burned a whole bunch of orders to get this bot all the way up on this antenna. He got the antenna, and then he got hacked, and now he's immobilized because, you know, Joker's a jerk. And then the other bot, I was going to use this bulleteer to ride on up and shotgun him in the face, and I didn't think about the fact that he is also a hacker, and I was hacked and immobilized. Right now, I control all 3 nodes, so I believe this will be the end of the game, and we'll see you in a second.
Nomads, turn 3. We start in a retreat state. I have 2 moderators. One of them was my lieutenant. I had all 4 command tokens, so I burned a command token to not go imperative.
What's it called? The knocker.
Irregular. Regular make me go off the board, so I tried to get over here to the antenna. Couple of shots were fired, saved on those.
Missile launcher.
Missile launcher, finally took her down. My plan was, since I was in the retreat state, if I could have gotten there and taken that antenna and uplinked it with my one more order, lieutenant order that I could have used, I could have got a point and I could have forced a draw.
Yeah.
Desperate gambit, almost had it. An improvement on the outcome. So we have an interventor coming off the board, an interventor shot up in the crater, everything else shot up in the craters. 3 antennae for PanO.
Yep.
3 points for PanO. 3-1 PanO. PanO wins.
What it's looking like, I'm going to just probably idle out my turn because there's no point really going any further. It's secured. There's no way they'll be able to even respond. So, pretty solid battle overall. If there's one thing we learned, it's that Link teams are horrifying on the reactive turn.
Unpleasant. Rather unpleasant.
God.
I think, yes, unpleasant is... I'm going to go with unpleasant.
Unpleasant, I think, is the best word to describe reactive missiles.
Yes.
And with that, thanks South Georgia War Games Association for letting us play at your awesome clubhouse. We appreciate that. And thanks for watching. And we'll catch y'all next time we have a battle, which should be soon.
See you next time.
Peace!